Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. Let me get this started. Oh, YouTube, what it is? It's your boy Diesel from Diesel TV here with another episode of DNC. And y'all know what it is, man. On DNC, I have my coffee, I have a drink, which I'm drinking coffee this morning. So it's going to be Gevalia and my Keurig, you know what I'm saying? So I got a cup of Gevalia. And I've got a stick from the luxury, one of the luxury cigar club sticks that I said I was gonna do a DNC episode on. It's the Principal Grande Pyramid. All right, so this profile is gonna be full body. The wrapper is gonna be Ecuadorian. Binder is Dominican. Filler is Dominican, Nicaraguan, Peru, and USA. Size is 7.5 by 60. I like a 60 gauge cigar. Usually I like a 60 gauge cigar. Not this long usually. I usually get them about 5.5, 6 inches long or something like that. 5.5 by 60 is usually what I go for, or something like that. But this was the most expensive cigar in that luxury cigar monthly subscription that they sent me. So I decided I would smoke this, which I'm not going to be able, you guys know I'm not going to be able to finish it, but I would smoke this while I tell you guys a story. And today's story is going to be how I got shitted by a rapper. All right. So let's start off. All right. So this was back in I'd have to say this was back in 2015, 16, somewhere around there. Probably 15, 16, maybe 17. I can't exactly know. And I'm not going to give y'all the name of the rapper. I'm not even trying to blow their spot up. I'm just trying to tell you a story and all that stuff. So, but this was back in maybe 2014, 17-ish, somewhere around there. 3 or 4 year, give or take. I don't know. Somewhere around there. It's probably closer to 16 than anything. And there was a rapper who got into a little bit of trouble, and he wanted to go on tour. So part of his agreement while he was on tour was that he had to have a uniformed officer with him the whole time while he was on tour. Now, the only reason I got into this is because I've done some personal protection for a few people in Charlotte, some kind of football players, singer before, some rappers that have come to town, some entertainers that have come. I'm not gonna just say rappers because it's been R&B singers, country, anything you think of. I've done personal protection for because sometimes when they come from out of town they just want a police officer around just because. Well, I don't think this rapper wanted a police officer around, but part of his probation was that he had to have a uniformed officer with him at all times while he is at his show or whatever it is that he's going to be doing outside of making money. While he was on the clock making money, making appearances and stuff like that, he had to have an officer with him. So he didn't have to have one while he was in his room or nothing like that, just while he was out and about. So I get a call from one of my boys who is like a big personal protector. He's like a bodyguard. He doesn't carry a gun or anything like that, but he's the one that actually walks beside the person and keeps people off of him and stuff like that. And he gives me a call and he asked me if I would be available to do this gig. And I was like, man, shoot, I'd take off. I would take a vacation day to do the gig because I mean it's $1,700 for the whole day. So heck yeah, I was gonna take off to do it. So I took off, and I go to Raleigh, North Carolina, where I first meet him at. and I meet up with him. I meet up with his staff and everything like that. And I don't really talk to him. You know, we meet, but I know how he feels about law enforcement, so I ain't even really, you know. And I ain't no big fanboy anyway with anybody. You know, I've taken maybe 1 or 2 pictures with some of my favorite, you know, rappers, which was CeeLo Green and Andre 3000, the only 2 rappers I've ever taken a picture with. But I've done, like I said, I've done contracts for other ones. So I'm talking to a staff and everything, and you know, they're like, okay, we gotta go here, we gotta go here, we gotta go here. Now, mind you, for this gig, I'm using my personal vehicle. I'm not using a police vehicle. I'm using my personal vehicle because, for one, it is multi-jurisdictional. And even though I worked for a department that could do those kind of things, I still did not want to involve my department in that because it was a contractual thing. My chief already had approved it, but he was like, I cannot use the department's gas to do this gig. So I had to use my personal vehicle, which was fine. I didn't mind using my personal vehicle. I didn't have to do any traffic or anything like that. I was just there strictly for while he was, you know, out and about on stage or whatever it is that he was going to be doing. I wasn't even there to keep the crowd off of him. He had his own bodyguards for that. I was just there for anything else that might have happened. So I'm talking to a staff, and they're telling me where all we gotta go. We gotta go to Raleigh, we gotta go to Greensboro, we gotta go to Winston-Salem, and then we gotta go to Charlotte. All right, a whole day of thing. You know, he has 3 appearances at car shows, and then he has his final appearance at what they call like a summer bash or something like that. No concerts or nothing like that. He's just gonna, I think he might perform 1 or 2, but basically we're gonna spend an hour or to an hour and a half at each location. So we start off at Raleigh, do the Raleigh gig, go to Greensboro, do the Greensboro gig, go to Winston, do the Winston gig. After we leave the Winston gig, the guys tell me he wanted to go to his hotel room because there's a little layoff, there's a little time in between the 2 things where he's supposed to be at the last one, and something happened with the times and all that stuff, and he had some time to rest or whatever. So he wanted to go to the hotel in Charlotte. So we go to the hotel in Charlotte. So instead of me going up to the hotel, I just stay in my car because I don't want to be around that. I know what they're going to be doing. You know, there's most likely going to be smoking weed and stuff like that. I don't even want to have nothing to do with that. I just stay in my car. All right. So while I'm in my car, I sit in my car for about 45 minutes to an hour, and the lead bodyguard comes down and he says, hey man, he's getting kind of tired. He doesn't know if he's going to go to the next spot. I'm like, cool, man, whatever, man. Just, you know, if y'all done with me, just let me know and y'all can go ahead and pay me. And I can be on my way. So he goes back up to the room. Maybe 30, 45 minutes later, he comes back down and he says, yeah, he's still trying to figure out if he's going to go to the next spot or whatever. And it's not even nightfall yet. It's still daytime, but it's not even nightfall yet. I remember it's still daytime. But it is getting kind of late in the afternoon. And I'm telling him, like, okay, you know, that's fine. Just let me know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I mean, y'all gonna have to pay me whatever anyway. So just let me know what you want to do. I'm still here for your last gig. That's the contract. I'm here for your last gig. If you wait till, you know, 3 or 4 hours to go, I'm still gonna have to be here because that's what you paid me for. So cool. He goes back up there and he does not come back. I mean, like, I sit down there for at least another hour, 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go up to the room and check on and see what's going on or whatever. So I go up there, knock on the door. I hear a bunch of people in the room and nobody comes to the door. I say, oh Lord, here we go with this bull. So I knock again. And you know me, man, I mean, you know, with me, my thing about it is like, whatever you do is gonna come back on you tenfold. So even though you wanna, you know, if you wanna get me for however much money or whatever it is, I mean, that's you. You're gonna have to deal with that. I'm not the type of person to retaliate just because especially over some money, man. Money, it would have helped me out, but I really wasn't out that much money. I had to pay for gas, and I took a vacation day, so I was getting paid from my regular job because of my vacation hours. And this was just one of them things where it was like, you know, it is what it is. So But I'll get to that in a little bit later. So I knocked, and I probably stayed there about 15, 20 minutes knocking. Went back to my car, and I texted my boy who got me the gig, and I told him what the deal was. And his first thing was, man, whenever you deal with rappers, you get your money up front. Period, point blank. Whenever you deal with rappers, you get your money up front because they love to do this kind of shit. So I was like, man, so you mean to tell me I'm out my money? He's like, yeah, you most likely out your money because they avoiding you or whatever. He was like, what I would do, man, I'll go back, get your car and stop them while they trying to leave. And I said, no, I can't do that because if it ever came out that I used my badge to get money, it's kind of like strong arming somebody, and I didn't want to be involved in none of that stuff. So I just chopped it up as, it's just going to be a loss for me. You know what I'm saying? Because $1,700 ain't worth me getting into something with some rapper and then him trying to make the story seem like it's something that it's not when he knows he owes me that money. So I was just like, man, look, it'll just be a loss. I just know from now on, either you give me the money up front or I'm just not going to do any more security, because if it wasn't for me, homeboy wouldn't have been able to make no money going around making appearances. And I'm pretty sure he probably got $15,000 to $20,000 each appearance. But, I mean, like I said, it's one of those things where everything happens for a reason, and I chopped it up as you gonna have to suffer from whatever it is that you're doing to me, because I know what I'm doing is right. So whatever you doing or whatever you did to not pay me or whatever, that's something that you're gonna have to suffer from, because karma is a mug, boy. Karma is a mother. So I went back. Homeboy called me and he was like, yeah, they went ahead and went to that last show, but they didn't have an officer there, so he couldn't get paid because they didn't have an officer there. And I was just like, man, whatever it is what it is. Well, come to find out, he was violated. So and the only reason I'm kind of like talking in code is because, like I said, I don't want to give out this rapper's name. I don't want to blow up anybody's spot when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't want, even though my channel ain't even nearly as big as his channel or his following, and I'm pretty sure people would take his side before they took my side, because, I'm just a local police officer that was doing security for him. But like I said, it's just one of them things. This is how I got shitted by a well-known rapper. So that's the situation with that. So moving on, man, after I do all my stories, I talk about the cigar. And this cigar right here, man, this is a Principal Grande Pyramid. And it's the Aviator series. And this cigar right here is pretty good so far. For it to be a full-bodied Ecuadorian cigar, which are very, I have never liked a full-bodied Ecuadorian anything, but this cigar is pretty good. I do like Dominican binders, and I do like Dominican fillers. So it has Dominican binder, it has Dominican Republic filler, Nicaraguan, Peru, and USA fillers. Okay, so that might be what's taken away from that wrapper that I don't like about the Ecuadorians. Now this cigar retails at $25 a pop, which, I would never buy this cigar ever on purpose. But it is a nice stick. I would have to say this is a very nice stick, and if I ever do come to a point where I want to splurge or something like that, I would consider getting another one of these, man. This is a pretty nice cigar. It smokes pretty good too. Now, the only thing I didn't like about it was a torpedo. I really don't like the torpedo sticks. Because I don't like the cut. I just don't know how to really cut them. I know you're supposed to cut them at an angle, but to not get that cap, man, it's just kind of hard to cut it, because I don't know, man. This is just torpedoes just don't mesh right with me when it comes to cutting. And this is what I use to cut the torpedo. But like I said, it's just one of those things that I just don't get along with torpedoes. But the actual stick, man, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the whole thing. I'm gonna try to do another video, and in that video y'all might see the same stick, because this is probably a 2-hour stick. So down in the description, I have added a few more links to get in contact with me if you want to. I have a community texting app that I use, and the number is down in the links. It's only for text. If you call it, there will not be, it'll ring, but there most likely will not be an answer. I don't know how that works or whatever, but there won't be an answer. Now you can text it, send me a text or anything like that. Also, if you would like to donate to the channel, there's links for the Cash App and a PayPal app if you want to donate to the channel. Kind of helps me out with buying ammunition, buying new guns, going to the range, things of that sort that it helps me out with when it comes to content. I have been trying my hardest to get out to the range, guys, and it has literally been raining every other day. I wanted to go today. It's Monday. I wanted to go today. It rained Saturday, Sunday, and it's raining today. And it's not currently raining right now, but it rained this morning. And I'm in an outdoor range, so it's kind of hard for me to go out there after it's raining. So, like I said, man, I want to get you guys some more content when it comes out to the range, but it's just been so hard, so y'all bear with me a little bit. So, like I said, man, down in the description, it's got all the information down there if you want to donate or if you want to become part of my community. Just go ahead and text that number down there and say, just put in there Diesel TV, and then you'll become part of a group that I send mass texts out letting you know a new video might be coming out or to look out for something. Also, I have an Instagram now in the description. I have a new Facebook as well. I have my personal Facebook, and then I have another Facebook just dedicated to Diesel TV. All right, Instagram is dedicated to Diesel TV. I don't have a personal Instagram. I don't do that. And so you guys go ahead and connect with me. Follow me on all those platforms. My PlayStation Network platform is on down there if y'all want to play video games with me or something like that. All that stuff is down in the description, man. Go ahead and hit that like, man. Subscribe to my channel, and you know what it is. I'm out.